Welcome to my network. My network is your podcast that explores the intersection of psychology, work at large, financial well-being, physical well-being, and mental well-being. In today's episode, we're going to give you three practical steps to energize your day. How do you keep a great energy level and subsequently a great productivity throughout your day, which means energy, mental clarity, and what follows, what you really need to be, what you want to be. Let's see, interested. But let's start by seeing some practical observation around us. In the morning in workplaces, you see people rushing, literally rushing for breakfast. Then, by lunchtime, they're all hungry, they rush again for lunch. They're sluggish. Most of them talk about most of the people sluggish in the afternoon. And in the evening, they need dinner and they go to bed. They wake up in the morning absolutely tired. Either they can have some breakfast before or before work, they rush again to breakfast to get some breakfast, and the cycle continues. Most of them tend to think that it's normal. It's normal, it's the stress of work, it is you aging, or it's this and that. They attribute it to different things to reduce the dissonance they have among themselves that, there is something they know that is not going well. You can't have a life of this type of cycles. It's not normal. Then they turn around, they get some expert who tell them take these supplements or take this cleansing, or they talk among themselves, this food is so good, you take it, this is take it. Some turn to literally drugs, some to turn to dangerous substances. And it's all in the pursuit of this well-being, in the pursuit of being a state where they want to be productive all day long, they want to have the mental clarity all day long, they want to be well all day long and enjoy either the day or the night, or the day and the night, and be in a healthy cycle of productivity, well-being, and energetic. Most people don't achieve it. They try, some just accept that life is like this. Life is a life of that's, they think it's age, some think it's they attribute it to some causes and they go with it. Let me tell you, it's all wrong. You can feel well, you can be well during your day, during your nights, and this is what we're going to talk about in this episode, and I'm going to give you really three practical steps. The first step will be about debunking the lies. We're going to debunk the lies, all the lies about all this, to tell you that it's normal, to tell you that it's your hormones, to tell you that it's your DNA, to tell you that it's your boss, it's your company, it's your government, it's to tell you, no. We're going to debunk the lies, and second step will be to set you in the right mindset. You have the right mindset, and we end with practical tips and practical approaches that you're going to, if you put them, you take the actions, you will see the results. We're not in theories, we're really in practical. You'll see the results. You will see the result. Let's dive into it. First, let's debunk the lies, the big lies, the small lies, the big lies, and the statistics. They tell you breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Don't skip it. Lie. The breakfast is not the most important so-called meal of the day. There is no such thing called most important meal of the day. What does it mean? Breakfast. Breakfast means you break your fast. It means you've been fasting maybe during the night, since you were not eating, you fast, they consider that you were fasting and you break the fast. So it's just breaking the fast, it's just eating after a period you did not eat. That we call breakfast. So you can say it's the most important meal of the day. Doesn't mean anything per se. Second thing is they ask you to eat a balanced meal. What's a balanced meal? Then everyone puts what he or she thinks balanced meal will be. Something that it has to get into it, the different category of foods in each meal. Then they end up really overeating every time they're in front of food because they want to eat a balanced meal. They overeat because they want all the categories of food to be inside the single meal they're taking. Results in overeating. Another lie is they tell you need sugar. If sugar gives energy, then you need sugar. A big lie that has a lot of consequences. Tip: remember that all the metabolic diseases are related to sugar. All, absolutely all. Another lie is the taste of the food is what tells you that the food is good. No, the taste is really a bad indicator of what the food your body needs. Your taste is a bad indicator of what your body needs. We see it in the practical tips, what you should do. Another lie, there are so many lies that we have to select some lies and leave some lies away. We're selecting only the big lies. The other about the statistic is to tell you it's not because everyone does it that you should do it. It's not that because everyone is sick that you should be sick. You can be well. If everyone is sick, it's not a problem that you're well and everyone is sick. If everyone is dying, you're not going to die because everyone is dying. Your body functions, and the normal functioning, it has energy. When it has the normal functioning of your body, you have energy. And you do what you have to do. As far as the respective principle of the functioning of the body is like a machinery. Your car functions, the function of the car is functioning. As far as you have the different things, the different pieces are okay, the parts are okay, you put fuel, water, oil, what you need to put in it, it functions normally. You can't have a car that has a strange sound and say it's normal. No, it's not normal. Even if it's an old car and it is well maintained with everything in good conditions, it should work. It should work. So that's get us to the lies we remove. Now we come to the mindset. The mindset you should have is start by understanding, because the basic of the mindset is first understanding. Understanding sets you in the know, not in the belief. Because I've come to see that about food comes like mostly like religion. People believe this, they believe that, they believe this, and so on. No. Understanding your mindset is that what you want. What do you want? What do you want? Then you set your mind for that. What do you want? If your goal is to be fit all day long, energetic all day long, feel good, and look the way you want to look, we got you covered in this episode. However, if your goal is like you're preparing for some bodybuilding competition, no, we're not going to touch this. If it is about weight management, we're not going to, even though this approach can help you manage your weight, we're not talking about weight management per se, like losing weight and so on. Yes, some tips here will help, but we can have another episode where we talk specifically if you are overweight and you think you're overweight and you want to drop it down while you still enjoy and you feel good, we can look at this. But in this one, it is how you stay energized all day long. How you stay energized all day long. You debunk the lies and you go towards which is the normal functioning of your body. The normal functioning of your body is the body needs nutrients, energy, and it needs to move and to this. This is what you need. The body doesn't need this type of food and this type of food and this type of food, this category, this. No. When you have everything, all these things, which brings the nutrients, the energy, and you put in, you move the body, you rest the body, you should be this. Now let's talk about the dosage of each of them. So you set your mind to, your body doesn't need foods, your body doesn't need meat, your body doesn't know it. When it enters your mouth, your body will translate it in what it is and what it needs, and it will go. This is what happens. If you drink alcohol, it enters and it's processed. You drink milk, it enters and it's processed. You drink water, it's processed. So you understand that the body will not say this is me, this is alcohol, this is this, but whatever enters. So in general, the food, the dishes, or what people cook when you take a meal is a mix of different things put together, and you take it into your body, and the body processes, and the result gives what it gives to you. Having in mind that the goal is the normal functioning of your body, this is what you have in mind. You know what you have to do is to give your body what it needs to have this normal functioning. In this approach I'm going to give you, it is based on giving you the nutrients, the minerals, and the energy you need. So we're going to focus on the nutrient-dense foods. The nutrient-dense food will be your focus, nutrient-dense foods. You will also eliminate these foods that makes you more hungry, give you less energy, and they are carbs. The carbs give you spikes in your insulin level, in your energy. So when you take them, it's like, and you get in that cycle of up, down, up, down, up, down. So when you focus on nutrient-dense foods, low carb, now you can have the third part, which is to strategically space your eating. I repeat again, it is nutrient-dense foods, low carb, and strategically space your eating. How do you do that? First, the nutrient-dense food, you can Google and see what can be the nutrient-dense food that go with you, that you will really enjoy. You take them. For me, it's meat. I like meat. It's meat, it's organ meat, it's eggs. These are nutrient-dense foods. I also add some vegetables, and the low carbs is take away the sugars. The sugars are carbs, and when you can get rid of all added sugar, because a lot of things contain already sugar, so you can get rid of all added sugar you don't add. You can try it. We'll see in the next part that the tastes are learned, so you can unlearn those and unlearn them. You think you need sugar. You don't need sugar. You need energy. What gives you energy? Your body uses the sugar to make energy, but you can also have energy in other parts, because what you eat, the fat for example, gives energy, and as you reduce or eliminate the added sugar during this period, you don't have to go low fat. The fat gives you the energy, so you don't have to go low fat. You go out of sugar is empty calories. You balance the fats, that will give you less hunger and more energy for your day. So nutrients dense food. The strategically spaces, for me, I advise you to make 3 hours between meals, and when you have your dinner, go straight up to the breakfast before eating anything. What that does to your body is to let it consume, to let it digest, to let it work, rest during this long period, which is you're sleeping. Anyway, don't wake up at night and eat anything. When you after your dinner, wait until morning. The morning, don't rush on dinner on breakfast. When you wake up in the morning, you may feel that I need to eat something. You don't really need to feel something. At the beginning, you're conditioned to eat something, and you have to push it a little bit. You can push to 8, 9, 10, 11. We can push that. This will prolong the period of not eating, making your body really prepare to have food and repair itself. You don't keep the system working. When you're having snack, you're keeping the system eating and eating, so it's you keeping the system at work all the time. It's normal that you feel tired. Your system is working, never resting. Your mental clarity, because energy that will go to your brain is going to your let's put it this way, instead of going to your brain, it's going to your stomach. So you're just having this mental clarity is not there because the energy is going the wrong way. And when you eat your breakfast, avoid having a lot of carbs in it, because they prepare you literally to be hungry in a couple of minutes or hours, not so long. Good. Let's go to the tips you have. We have you have it is as I said, you have the taste. Your taste. Understand that your taste is learned. It's a learned thing. If we feel like sugar, we love sugar because we've been trained to love sugar. When a baby is crying, you give him a candy. A small boy, small girl crying or wanting something, you give a candy. We learn the sweetness, and we get conditioned to have these sweetness things. It's difficult to eliminate right away, but what you do is to start by eliminating the added sugar. When you eliminate the added sugar, which is the first thing, the first culprit will be the sodas and the juices, so-called juices, which are just water with sugar. You eliminate them. When you eliminate them, what you have is what remains a real food. Cut on carbs, reduce them, because also most cookies are just carbs, flour products. You reduce them, and you will see you have an increase in energy as you go in nutrient-dense food. You have an increase in energy, and you have a decrease in your feeling of hunger. Let's talk about the feeling of hunger. It's not that whenever you feel hungry that you need food. No, drink water. You see if you really need food. Less the time space, and then you see if you need food. Another tip for you is to learn to drink low calorie or non-calorie drinks. Let's say non-calorie drinks, because when you say low calorie, you still go to these calorie drinks that are so-called in the afternoon. You think you need a soda, you need a cookie, you need a snack bar. You don't need it. As far as you go nutrient-based, nutrient-dense food, and you make sure you have the minerals you need, you don't need it. And you train your taste. Your taste. At this point, when I drink soda, I just feel too sweet. I spend most of my life drinking sodas, and even some days passing several days without drinking any water. But this, that at that time I used to think that it's what should eat. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because it prepares you from being more hungry, for needing more, and so on. That gets you in the cycle. Don't get there. So, no calorie drinks. You can have tea, green tea, black tea, coffee. Not with this sweet, full of coffee, full of sugar, tea full of sugar, and so on. No, go. You can use the sweeteners, but healthy sweeteners, which are 0 calorie, very low calorie sweeteners like stevia, or some other sweeteners that can be considered. But go healthy sweeteners in case you're doing sweeteners. I just read an article saying today, it was this morning, talking about the aspartame that the World Health Organization considers as having some risk, I also saw that the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration in the US, said no, it's not proven. The European authority on it says no. If you don't have to, maybe you should stay away from it. We don't know, but it is used, aspartame is used in a lot of products like toothpaste, soft drinks that are considered no sugar. Even some medicines have it. I was just reading a notice of vitamin C tablets, and I saw that it's inside, aspartame is inside, so it's widely used in food and drugs. If it's considered to be risky, we don't have it proven so far. Maybe you should stay away from it as far as you can, not eliminate it, because there's a lot of things we just cannot eliminate. If it's in your toothpaste, to make your toothpaste look sweet in your mouth, to have the choice to make between having a mouth clean and avoiding something that's not proven to be bad, I'll go from having my mouth clean. So when you go sweeteners, try to be as healthy in sweeteners as possible. You're avoiding the sugar, which is full of calories, and you are keeping the sweetness of your drink as you transition, or you stay. This will be for your drinks, all your drinks that you don't want sugar in it, because you need to stay hydrated. You drink water. You can drink flat water if you want, but most people, or some people, who want to have something different from flat water throughout the day. With these tips, which is to debunk the lies, to have the right mindset, and to go in the practical tips of nutrient-dense foods, the minerals you need, and the strategically spacing your food, your eating, you are sure to have a good day, an energetic day, because you won't have the highs and lows and highs and lows and highs and lows during the day. You also see that when you get used to that system, you wake up energized, and your day will not be full of need for sugar, need for this, need for that. You eat normally, and if you understand that the feeling of hunger is not the feeling of food necessarily, and you understand that you'll be fine with being energetic while you don't have your belly full, because this feeling of fullness of the belly is also what starts what you don't like, which is you start seeing it growing and growing, and you don't like it. And if you don't want to have that, you better feel okay. As far as you're energetic, you don't really need to feel the belly full, because it's also you transporting these loads. No one else is transporting it for you, and I better not have these loads on me than having it on me. We'll have another session on losing weight if you want to lose weight, in being fit if you want to be fit, because this podcast is about the relationship between psychology. Or we also touch the stress. Some people think it's normal that you are stressed all day long. It's not normal. Let's not normalize the negative things in the life, and know that we can live well. We can live well as far as we can respect some simple principles. And since we are a product of habits, we are all product of habits. By doing something over and over, you get the habit of doing it, and this is just the way you get to a lifestyle that gives you the result you want.